G'day guys, Jake Fullerton here. Gonna give you today a video of what's in my bag. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. If you enjoy the video, give it a like, but let's get straight into it. So first up, we're gonna get into driver, big dog, chief, whatever you wanna call it. I've got a Sim 2 10.5 degree driver. I've got it knocked down to 10 degrees as I just feel like the 10.5 sort of gives it a bit too high of a launch. I do like a high flying driver, but 10.5 is a little bit too much, so we've knocked it down to 10. In this one we have a Tensai White TX Flex. We have a Tour Velvet grip, standard size, couple of tapes underneath. You're going to notice as I go through my bag, I have quite a few different grips. I'm still indecisive of what I really want to use, so you're going to see many different grips in my bag. Going down the order, I have my Sim 2 5-wood, 19 degrees standard loft. In this one we have a Hazardous Smoke shaft, 6.5, 70 grams. This is a different grip, newer club. It's a cord, Tour Velvet, standard size, couple of tapes underneath. So I really like the cord, so it's probably going to be my choice of grip all throughout the bag. Keep going down the order. I have my Gappa Low, alright. I have a head cover on it. Got a couple of mates at home that give me crap for having a head cover on an iron. I just think it looks silly with that one. You be the judge, tell me in the comments. Cover, no cover, iron, okay? It's an oldie but a goodie. Really good off the tee, alright? So short par fours, tree line, tight. Really good go-to club off the tee, alright? Gets me out of trouble, this one. It's not gonna be out of my bag for a long time. In this we have a Tour Velvet standard grip, couple of tapes underneath again. Hazardous Project X, 85 grams, 6.5 shaft in it. So just before we get into my irons, I have to say that I've had the M5 Sim and Sim 2 driver. By far the Sim 2 has been my favourite out of the three. I just feel like the head is a lot more forgiving this year, but still has that nice powerful launch to it. Okay, my 5-wood, it's really here for show. I don't know why, but I tend to just use the Gappa more than a 5-wood. I'd occasionally use it if I have a really long distance to a par 5, but really there for show, hardly gets used. Okay, into my irons, I have the P7 MB. I've had blades for my whole life. When I was really young, struggled to hit them, but as I progressed as a junior, I stuck by them and I learned how to hit them. Okay, I haven't had anything else but a blade. So I've had 3 sets of TaylorMade blades. One was the original MB Tour Preferred, then I went to the P730, and now I'm in the P7 MB. Really like these. Used to have a Titleist 714 MB, love those too, but since I started my traineeship, went back to TaylorMade. Always use a Dynamic Gold X100 shaft, and in these ones I have the Z grip, not cord, just standard, with a couple of tapes underneath, of course. Alright. So for the irons, I have 4 to pitching wedge, alright, and then 3 of my wedges, just pretty standard through the bag, 52, 56 and 60, alright. So with these ones, used to have the MG, now I have the MG2. Have noticed quite a bit of spin improvement with the raw face. I just feel like it gives me more control around the greens and pitch shots flying into greens. Really like them. S400 Dynamic Gold shafts in these ones, and again cord grips with a couple of tapes underneath. Moving on to my putter, I wish I could say I've had one putter for my whole career, but I've had numerous. Really annoying. I've got the Royal Melbourne head cover on it, but it is a Spider X copper with a single bend shaft, no toe hang. Okay, just has a super stroke grip on it, pistol, GTR. Probably need a new one, but I've had this for about 3 years now, and it's been really good to me. Alright, so moving into the actual bag itself. First pocket, I have our PGA of Australia Tour Hard Card. This has all the local rules that the PGA put out for our tournaments, really important to us. Okay. Next up, we have a wrench, just in case we need to change lofts. A putting ring for my putting aid you were about to see, and a couple of gloves and a pencil. continuing on inside the bag, the smaller pocket, we have the Bushnell Tour V3. I've had this thing since I was about 14 years old. Hasn't failed me. We've got a whole bunch of green teas and some white ones. We have a few ball markers, pitch mark repairers, and all the essentials. Alright, the bag itself is the TaylorMade Tour stand bag. I reckon it's a really good, still lightweight bag. Didn't quite want the big staff bag, but it's still like a carry bag. It just doesn't have as many pockets. That's probably the main issue with it. Moving on to the ball pocket, I use the TaylorMade TP5X. The new ball I feel like is a bit softer, comes off really nice on the drives, pitch shots, fairway shots, okay? So comparing it to last year's model, I feel like it's a bit softer, still has the nice spin. I probably have about a dozen balls in here, really good use of that. Moving into the bigger pocket, we have some sunscreen, it's essential, okay? But saying that, we also have our rain jacket because Melbourne weather, you don't know what it's gonna do. Also have in here a whole bunch of other gloves. You can never have enough gloves. And then a few old golf balls as well. So not too much in my actual bag, but you got through the clubs, what's inside, all the essentials. Alright guys, so thanks for watching. If you did enjoy, give us a subscribe, like, comment down on what you think of my iron cover. Alright, we'll see you in the next video. Cheers.